Sugar. It's sweet, seductive, and everywhere. But what if I told you that the very thing we've been taught to love might secretly be working against us? From that innocent splash in your morning coffee to the hidden sugars lurking in healthy snacks, sugar consumption has spiraled out of control. And here's the shocking part. It's not just your waistline that's at risk. The dangers of sugar extend far deeper, affecting everything from your heart to your mental clarity. Surprising, isn't it? Imagine this. You wake up tired, craving something sweet, so you grab a donut. Within minutes, you feel great, energized even. But by mid-morning, you're sluggish, irritable, and reaching for another sugar fix. Sound familiar? This isn't just a bad habit. It's a cycle created by sugar addiction. The food industry knows this and takes full advantage, packing sugar into everything from sauces to cereals. They profit while your body pays the price. But here's the good news, you don't have to stay trapped. Understanding the hidden dangers of sugar and its effects on your body and mind is the first step toward breaking free. And it doesn't require drastic changes overnight. In this video, we're diving into the truth about sugar, what it's doing to your body, where it's hiding, and how to take back control. Ready to uncover the real story? Let's get started. When you consume sugar, your body processes it as if preparing for a quick burst of energy, but too much sugar consumption throws this system into overdrive. As soon as sugar enters your bloodstream, the pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that helps cells absorb glucose for energy. However, when you consistently flood your system with sugar, your body starts storing the excess as fat. This leads to blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes, leaving you fatigued and craving even more sugar. It's a vicious cycle, much like trying to patch a leaking pipe with duct tape. It works for a moment, but the underlying issue keeps growing. Over time, this constant demand for insulin wears your system down. Your cells become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. This is where the real trouble begins. Insulin resistance is a major precursor to type 2 diabetes, and it doesn't stop there. Excess sugar consumption also burdens your liver, as it works over time to convert the surplus sugar into fat. This buildup leads to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, an issue that often flies under the radar because it develops silently. Think of your liver as a filter. Clog it with too much debris, and eventually, it stops working efficiently. And then there's your brain, which reacts to sugar like it's the ultimate reward. Eating sugar activates dopamine release, the same chemical linked to feelings of pleasure and addiction. That's why it's so hard to stop at just one bite of a chocolate bar or a single scoop of ice cream. This constant stimulation trains your brain to seek more sugar, creating a dependency that feels impossible to break. These effects aren't limited to your cravings, they also affect your mood and energy levels, making you irritable and sluggish when the sugar high fades. And this is just the beginning. What happens when sugar starts impacting your long-term health? Let's talk about its connection to chronic diseases. Excessive sugar consumption is a direct contributor to chronic diseases, particularly type 2 diabetes. When your body constantly deals with high levels of sugar, your pancreas works overtime to produce insulin. Over time, this relentless demand exhausts your system, leading to insulin resistance. At this stage, your cells no longer respond to insulin effectively, causing blood sugar levels to rise dangerously. Type 2 diabetes doesn't just happen overnight. It's the result of years of unchecked sugar consumption. Think of it as driving a car with the engine light on. You might ignore it for a while, but eventually the system fails. But diabetes isn't sugar's only long-term consequence. Excess sugar is a major player in obesity, which itself is a risk factor for many other chronic conditions. When you consume more sugar than your body needs for energy, the excess is stored as fat. Over time, this accumulation leads to weight gain, especially in the abdominal area, which is linked to a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. It's a domino effect. Sugar leads to obesity, which then increases the likelihood of other diseases like hypertension and even certain cancers. Imagine feeding fuel to a fire that's already burning out of control. Perhaps most alarming is sugar's impact on heart health. High sugar consumption contributes to increased triglyceride levels and decreased HDL, the good cholesterol, both of which are key indicators of heart disease. Additionally, the inflammation caused by sugar can damage blood vessels, leading to higher blood pressure and an increased risk of heart attacks. Sugar doesn't just hurt your waistline, it puts your heart in jeopardy. And yet, the connection between sugar and chronic disease is often ignored until it's too late. But the story doesn't end here. What if sugar is also affecting your mental health? Let's explore. Sugar's effects on mental health are as profound as its impact on the body, though often underestimated. Consuming large amounts of sugar can lead to dramatic swings in energy levels, leaving you feeling wired one moment and drained the next. This roller coaster isn't just physical, it takes a toll on your emotional well-being. Research has shown that sugar consumption is linked to increased irritability and mood swings. Ever feel inexplicably grouchy after a sugary binge? That's your body and brain struggling to stabilize after a blood sugar crash. But it doesn't stop at mood swings. Studies suggest that high sugar consumption can contribute to long-term mental health issues like anxiety and depression. When your body undergoes repeated sugar highs and lows, it increases stress on your system, including your brain. Over time, this stress may interfere with neurotransmitter function, which is critical for mood regulation. Imagine your brain as a finely tuned instrument. Too much sugar throws it out of harmony, leaving you feeling off-key. And the more stressed your brain feels, the harder it becomes to find balance. Sugar even affects your ability to focus and concentrate. Ever notice how hard it is to stay productive after a sugary snack? This happens because sugar hijacks your energy levels, leading to mental fog once the initial high wears off. This isn't just inconvenient, it can significantly impact your quality of life. Addressing sugar consumption isn't just about physical health. It's a way to protect your mental clarity and emotional stability. But it's tricky, especially when hidden sugars are lurking in your everyday diet. Let's uncover where sugar sneaks in next. Sugar isn't just in desserts and candies. It's hiding in places you'd least expect. Many everyday foods are loaded with hidden sugar, from salad dressings to ketchup and even so-called healthy snacks like granola bars. A single tablespoon of barbecue sauce, for instance, can contain as much sugar as a chocolate chip cookie. The problem is that these sugars are often disguised under names like sucrose, maltose, or high fructose corn syrup, making them hard to spot. It's like playing a game of hide and seek with your health. Learning to identify hidden sugar is crucial for reducing sugar consumption. Start by reading food labels carefully. Look for words ending in "ose" or terms like syrup and nectar. These are sugar's aliases. Additionally, check the added sugar section, which tells you how much sugar has been included beyond the naturally occurring amounts. For example, a plain yogurt might have minimal sugar, but a flavored version could pack in more than your daily limit. It's about making informed choices and not falling for marketing gimmicks like low-fat, which often means more sugar to compensate for flavor. Taking control of your sugar intake involves swapping out sneaky culprits for healthier alternatives. Instead of sugary cereals, Try oatmeal with fresh fruit. Replace processed sauces with homemade versions using natural ingredients. If you're a fan of drinks like sodas or sweetened iced teas, consider herbal teas or infused water instead. These small adjustments not only help you cut down on sugar but also lead to a more balanced and sustainable diet. But breaking free from hidden sugars is just the start. How do you maintain a lifestyle that keeps sugar addiction at bay? That's where practical tips come in next. Reducing sugar consumption doesn't have to mean sacrificing flavor or joy in your meals. One of the easiest ways to start is by swapping out sugar-laden snacks for healthier options. For instance, instead of reaching for cookies or candy, try fresh fruits like berries or apple slices with a bit of almond butter. These options satisfy your sweet tooth while providing fiber and nutrients. Another trick is to spice up your food, literally. Adding cinnamon or nutmeg to oatmeal or coffee can enhance flavor without the need for added sugar. Another practical step is to embrace natural sweeteners in moderation. Honey, maple syrup, or stevia can be great alternatives, but it's essential to remember that even natural sugars should be consumed sparingly. A fantastic example is using a dash of honey in your tea instead of spoonfuls of refined sugar. It's all about balance. Cooking at home can also be a game changer. It allows you to control the ingredients and avoid the sneaky sugars often hidden in processed foods. Homemade salad dressings, for instance, are both easy to make and far healthier than store-bought options. Finally, aim for a balanced diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. Incorporate plenty of vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains into your meals to stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce cravings for sugary treats. Hydration is also key. Often, thirst is mistaken for hunger or a sugar craving. Keep a bottle of water nearby and add a slice of lemon or cucumber for a refreshing twist. These habits don't just lower sugar intake, they set the stage for a healthier, more energetic life. Now that we've explored practical strategies, it's time to tie everything together and set the stage for change. Now that you've uncovered the hidden dangers of sugar, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue letting sugar dictate your energy, mood, and health? Or will you take control and make choices that truly serve your well-being? Remember, change doesn't happen all at once. It starts with one small step. Maybe it's swapping out that sugary snack for something healthier or taking a moment to read the labels on your groceries. What's your first move going to be? Think about this. Every decision you make today shapes your tomorrow. Cutting back on sugar might seem challenging at first, but imagine waking up feeling energized and clear-headed instead of sluggish and tired. Picture yourself breaking free from the cycle of sugar addiction and finally living the vibrant, healthy life you deserve. Doesn't that sound worth it? If you're ready to transform your health and keep learning how to take charge of your body and mind, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts. What's the biggest challenge you face when trying to reduce sugar? Let's start a conversation and support each other on this journey to better health.